Good morning, everyone. I'm getting set up. I've woken up late today to start streaming, but I am here. Okay. Oh. Starting things up a little late is having us be on the starting soon screen just for a little longer. Okay. We're gonna have a chill stream today, guys. I am a little sleepy, but I'm gonna go ahead and get us on the Clip Studio. Because of this morning, I didn't have time to set up to be on camera, so we're gonna not have a cam stream today. But I feel like that'll be okay. So, we're gonna have to do some rolls for this. We are a little time limited. We're still gonna stream for an hour, but I'm gonna do a preset colors. I'm gonna just get a random color palette for us to use today. Okay. Okay. Wow, this color scheme is definitely just my own personal taste. So I find that really funny. All right. Oh, we need a roll. I'm so silly. Who can tell I was not awake? Less than 30 minutes ago. Oh, what dice should we use? So off of this color scheme that we got going on in the corner, let's use one of my blue dice. I have a lot of blue dice. I'm gonna use these ones I have that are kind of iridescent glitter with like blue, purple, and then some green. I got light green. I'm gonna use these ones for rolls today. So also my only dice set with like this newer D4 design I've been seeing, where the D4 is not a pyramid anymore. It's a looks kind of like a crystal, where it's like long. It looks like a D8, but one half of it is really long. Okay, so let's start with our rolls. Pulling up. We should be rolling first. Let's roll for species. I think that'll be a good one to do first, like we always do. We have 5 species, so what we're gonna do is just roll a d8, and then you associate 1 and 2, with our first character type and so on. So we got a 6. Okay, I'm going to re-roll. The only reason I'm going to re-roll is because we landed on Stelio. So the reason why I want to re-roll is because I've been drawing Stelios, only. This is a drawing I did the other night. And as much as I love them, I'd like to do a different species. We did Infirmary last week, and then we did Stelio before. That's all it's been, so. Okay. So I'm gonna roll again. Okay, we got a 4. So that means we're going... Wait, I'm so stupid. I have 5 species, guys. We're having to roll a d10, and I rolled a d8. And even... So, it would have been a Stelio anyways. But it would have been a Lux. Oh, boy. Okay, we're rolling a d10, guys. My bad. Okay. Where did my d10 go? Okay. We got a 2. So we're gonna do an Imperium today. We're gonna do Imperium. So Imperium are going to be the most that look like elves. They're going to be, they're kind of more the less unique, they're the least unique race, I believe, I feel like, at least. Alright, we're going to go to our professions. The thing is with professions is we have 7. There's not a D14 or a D7 unless you get some wacky dice. So I'm going to actually roll the D8 this time. And if we roll on an 8, we'll... Should we multi-class today? If that's the case, that means be multi-class. Let's see what the vibe is, if we even roll an 8. We didn't. We rolled a 1. We're going to do an advocate for our profession. Then we're going to go into a job. There's only 3 jobs. So let's roll a D4. Or we can roll a D6, and then there's not even the risk of having to... I haven't rolled the C4 yet, so... Well, we got a 3. We don't have to worry. So that means we're gonna do a diplomat. So far, I only have 3 for each profession set up when I do playtesting and stuff like that. And maybe we'll have more branch out. But so far, we have merchant, entertainer, and diplomat for advocate. So in D&D, that'd be like closest to like our bard. It's the more charisma-based class. Let's see. There we go. So we have a color scheme, and we have this. We've also been rolling for where people are. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I have 6 options written down. So it's like Reito, Brita, Frill, Jawalt, and Tannen, and then one that's just I'm a complete. I've been an expat traveler my whole life. I don't have a home. Okay, we have gotten Reito, which I think this is good because last time I didn't really show fashion that would be like from Reito, and I feel like I really, really dropped the ball. So this is actually going to be interesting if we go off of like the world culture, because typically Imperium and looks have more of a disdain for each other. It's a lot more of this like prejudice and also political. But the only thing it's more so the countries that they're from. So Lux and Imperium are mainly from Reito and Jawalt. They are right on the border of each other. We can open up the map real quick for people to see visually what I'm talking about. So they border right here. And so they have also completely different personalities regarding their cultures. But we're going to focus on making a character for Reito today. That is an Imperium. So that's going to be an interesting... it's going to be interesting. So let's see let's see what the vibes come across. We're playing diplomat, so maybe this is someone... So I'm gonna pull some concept vibes from Star Trek. So with Star Trek, we have like ambassadors for different worlds that kind of represent them, or represent their planet and their species. at like conferences and diplomatic conversations, and I think that I want to kind of do that, but this is going to be a diplomat from Raito that's kind of wants to see a balance and relationship between the place that is his heritage and this place that he calls home. So he's an advocate for peace between these two nations that border each other. I want to keep him a bit youthful and younger, so he's still kind of impressionable. He hasn't lost that shine in his eyes. I think would be fun. So far, I'm just getting a headshot. I want to see what type of character comes to me. I'm not liking this so far. So, I think maybe I've drawn my ears. I've drawn my ears more like Astilios, which is probably not helping the vibe. Let me go ahead and read off my some of the stuff on Imperium for you. Imperium are known for having one main distinguishing feature, which is their ears. Their ears are long with a rounded point and are typically wide. And they also average between 6 to 6'4". They're the second smallest species by average in Cerebell, and they also have a wide range of light tan and dark skin tones. So they have our type of range of skin tone, and they're essentially elves is the thing here. But instead of super sharp points, their ears are a bit softer. Putting Pinterest on the side, see if I can't get some vibes coming to attack me, with like a head shape or anything like that. I always do like 3/4 view for my headshots for these. Like, the cliche coming from looking this way. Maybe this is his portrait for... I need a backtrack. Oh, so we haven't done a girl yet, actually. Why don't we do a girl? I feel like I don't draw girls enough, and this might be a good time. I want them to still feel a bit innocent. And they're just kind of starting off on this journey to try to get to be this diplomatic person between and try to reconcile some parts between them and their countries. feel like if you know anything about Fire Emblem Three Houses, or just Fire Emblem in general, that's feels like kind of a Fire Emblem vibe. Or not Three Houses, the Fates trilogy. Which I wouldn't even call much of a trilogy. Doing the thing of not making my cranium big enough. You got a brain in there, especially if this is your profession. Can I go tall face maybe? This feels really lopsided, but that might also just be me. They keep her having this kind of youthful and still look. I think I want to give her a short haircut. Like a bob. Strine's very slanted, and this design looks very basic off of the headshot alone. Let's look back at our colors. We have blue, a green. I might probably use one of these as a skin tone color. Probably use one of them as a skin tone color. Go with this one as our skin tone color. Just placing color now because I think this is where I'm trying. Oh, I'm gonna use these four for clothes. So I think we're gonna make her hair actually dark color, like a brown, since we're doing kind of these greenish blues and then some more yellows. Let's lean that brown more off that yellow. That's just olive. That's just too green. Well, the thing is with Jalal, it's very like a tech country. It's since majority of the population are Imperium and they don't have what I would say is their own unique special ability, they have focused on technology and trying to progress in that way. And because of that, focus, So I got really focused on trying to choose the whites of the eyes. She's giving off the energy that she needs freckles. She's a freckle. I don't know what it is, but freckles seem to be required today. These eyes are a different shape, and I think that's why they're looking wobbly. We're just gonna leave this for now. Let's try to get a headshot, or not headshot, or a quick little body sketch. Because I'm seeing a lot of struggle with the head, and I think if we can get our body, like a little body drawn, we're gonna have a much easier time getting a design down, because I feel like she's looking a little basic from that head shot, and it's not telling me things, it's not helping me gain ideas to progress it. But I do like the idea, maybe though, if we go back to this, of giving her a headband of sorts. You can put this blue up here. I can color pick good, and then maybe she has the flowers on it. So people draw big flower shapes, right? Anyways, headband unlocked. Right down to here. Oh, she looks so small. It's this torso to leg ratio. It's giving kid. Okay. Yeah, it's been one of those weeks where you just kind of stay up late, and it just affects your... It finally hits kind of more your weekend, and then your time is just like, oh, it's bedtime. But technically, it's not quite time for me to... It's not quite my weekend yet. Oh, I think we have kind of a clothes reference on my pin board real quick. As inspo, and then just figure out like a pose I can put this in. I think I've been doing a lot of standing poses. I don't know how much that is affecting person. Like, I'm just doing like the basic pose. So that's... Why don't you try to sit someone down? You might be hiding some parts, but I feel like this might help us a bit with the vibe, because I don't know if I'm struggling with trying to stand pose. I didn't have warm-ups before getting on stream, so... Torso to feet is really small, but I'm liking the legs, so maybe I'll probably go back and get something, readjust that. Because anatomy is not really my focus with these drawings, but I do want them to be sound enough to actually draw something. Because also that torso was giving off not healthy weight, like skinny, a little too fluffy. Okay. I think we finally got at least some sort of pose that I can be happy with. This morning. As much as they look a little slouched in a uncomfortable way. Even someone like me with very shrimpen problems. Okay. The idea of having some very, like, much it. She's, I have like a hair is just like tied behind, like ribbon in her hair. So something I wanted to try to play around with from the outfit is doing some loose clothing. I think if she's trying to always go back and forth, let's do an outfit that's loose, but still with it being a lot of marshland and stuff like that, and Jawalt. And it's also quite humid in Raito, with it being mainly jungle, and then Jawalt being like mainly marshland, like your Louisiana. It's gonna be humid, and it's gonna be muddy. So, thin light clothing, but big boots to cover up so the water doesn't ruin your clothes, and you can, take a screw up step and not be sitting in wet. I think I want to do big, like some poofy pants, but have a lot of it's not gonna actually show. I think. I'll just lighten this so I can focus on my sketching of the clothes. Like the idea of like big sleeves. Maybe not that big, but like to bring some inspiration from Jewel and that being more older. Let's see. Maybe give her a corset, bunching in some of that fabric. But older historic corsets that were common in Germany actually also covered a little higher on the waist, or higher on the torso. I have a feeling she probably takes a lot of public transportation when she travels, or if she does attempt to finally cross back into Joel on her own for the first time, she's going to be really underprepared. Because as much as this character, I think, loves her heritage and the concept of Joel, she actually hasn't visited it yet. We're going to play her as a character. I think she would like really want to embrace a lot of the like some of the ideologies while still it's like a balance, you know, between right, so of peace and loving the spirits and being like a theocracy, and Joel being focusing on technology and trying to control this. There's this kind of conception of general opinion regarding Joel that Joel's not, that they're messing with nature and the spirits in a way that is damaging, and we should be more embracing where we are and lower this technology might be honestly putting us in for the worst, and to just embrace this like nature. But Joel is thinking this progression with technology will make lives easier for other people, and embracing these technologies, anyone can be whoever they want and not restricted to where they are. At least I think that's my philosophy on it, or at least that's how it is. I mean, I'm making the world, so maybe not my philosophy, but my design for it. And then I think this character that we have here, her thoughts on the world is that we could have a balance. We can still embrace these things and still honor and respect the spirits and what they are in their place. But technology can help us do that, as well as, what's the word? It can help us do that, but also but it's also just okay. I don't know. I'm trying to word, and wording is not wording. It's kind of giving like an early 2000s version of cottagecore. I'll be honest something about it. Be fun to put her in like chunky boots. Chunky boots. I don't know how embracing the time I am with that, but fashion's fashion. I was thinking of giving her a scarf, but I like it being looser, and I don't know, I think a scarf would be best for like the weather acclimate. But oh, we should have the pants actually go over the top, and it's like folded over the edge of the edge of the boots to show that baggy vibe better. As much as I think I'm struggling with arting today, I am starting to really like this drawing. I say as I take off the undersketch and I'd be like, maybe not. I think I don't like what's going on in this region. For being an advocate and a diplomat type, her thing is going to be more about, it's like advocate. Building these like connections and things. So I think it'd be fun to maybe give her like a small bag. Maybe it's like just a hip type of bag, and it's I actually have a small bag like this, and she keeps like a log note in a book on this smaller bag that's like has, or like little, she has like a box for letters so she can, and like a seal stamp and those type of things in there so she can send letters and contact all the people, all these connections that she's built. If she need, I have a feeling that because of the way she is, and she's a bit youthful and trying to get out there and make this change in the world, that she probably, and I think she's still kind of early on this journey, that she probably has some people that don't quite agree with her. I have a feeling that with that she tries to convince these people, and it kind of backfires on her just a little bit. It's not really attached well. For this to not fall, I think she's gonna have to have it be like a dual strap situation. Okay, I think we need to start throwing some colors down on this. Her head's kind of big for her body. I have a tendency of doing that. I think that's a common art mistake. Wow, she suddenly looks so much taller. Now her neck is like long. Don't mind me fixing my problems. Or at least attempting in a minute way. She's off center. That's also the problem. Okay, we're gonna scoot her a little bit. I don't know why I've been struggling with like heads today. I feel like at this point we can erase this under sketch situation. Those hands are wildly big. I like the idea that her fingers are just poking through. Because her sleeves are kind of big. This is a very more 1700s inspired corset, which I feel like does go into like more of her, like, she's heard things from like history and more on that focus on heritage. This is giving me some concept ideas. Let me just sneak those onto a paper. Keep them secret, because they might not go anywhere. But here we go. Back to the art. You don't really have a hand doing hand things over here, so we're just gonna... So it's a hand of some kind. So that's good enough. Look at her. She's kind of cute. She's just kind of happy to be here is the vibes I'm getting. She has her goals. She's a bit stubborn, determined. But if you ask her for help, she's always going to. we're getting colors. This is a very Raito blue. Like, or looks blue. I know this isn't, I think I'm like trying to stick to this palette, but I was like, I got the palette for ideas. Now that now I've gained ideas. This blue I don't think is gonna work. I'm thinking of adding, I'm getting some more of those yellow greens. And give her like a little yellower. Literally cannot see the difference when I move the hue bar. I think we've hit a section of the coloring of like, oh, this is gonna take us a minute. But I am going to end the stream in a little less than 20 minutes, so let's just get some colors on her. And I might readjust them off stream for when I post her. But I still need to post last week's character, so she might be popping in a little later. I meant to have her have a bit rounder of a face, but she got a chin now. It's more of a squarish look, but I kind of like it. It gives more of that, like, I'm determined. I really wanted to give her these, like, flowers all over. But they're kind of looking like cheetah print. Maybe I'm drawing cheetah print, trying to remember them as flowers, but like, people would draw the vague description of a rose. That type of thing. It's just not correlating well to a clothing pattern. Trying to figure out how to do this pattern thing that I see people do. There's that one. That was like brain. Okay. Just gonna, I think you just kind of do a copy and paste and then I meant to merge all these first. I don't have much time. Let's go ahead and try to learn how to make big pattern. Like a repeating thing. Cool, I think we got enough of a pattern, so I'm just gonna take these, merge them, do a select everything outside the color, and then we're going to invert my selection and make a layer, color. I should have just colored it. We'll clean it up. This is just so, deselect. And then we are going to flip to the layer below. This is not gonna work the way I thought I was doing the smart way of doing things, but I think I just didn't. Okay. Okay. It's a little messy in places, but this is my first time, I think, trying to do something like this properly. So I would call this a win. Oh yeah, that. It's a little silly, but it is called practice and progress. I guess then we should have a darker bag. She's kind of becoming Easter colors, which I don't think was my, that was not my intention. I think this corset needs to be a lot darker. And then I can... Oh, that is way too close to her skin tone. Perhaps this is the vibe. And then pants. Thinking of adding some pink to her design as like a personal preference of her, but like I don't think we're pushing out of like a color palette a little too much. You still also have this cream color that I have not used. That just she's under like an advocate and kind of diplomat. I think that just kind of gives her this, that she can make friends by her dreams, you know. I would think she's on kind of like the early on in a campaign type of girl. Struggling with these pants though. I did not draw straps on the boots, but I swear these are laced. Unless, laced probably might not be good either. We need a darker color, I think, for the pants. Maybe we can do a darker blue. I feel like these pants would have a fun pattern on them too. Now my worries, am I going to be putting too many patterns, you know? But what if they have that strapped look to the sides of them? It's like the side of her pants have that, like, sewing. Has, like, ribbons. Some ribbons popping out for fashion. Yeah, I think I like that. But I think that's where we're gonna end off stream. Especially as I'm not happy with, like, parts of this. I'm honestly happy with, I think I had an aha moment. It's just now, how do I improve this little concept of, I'm getting into patterns. That's what these streams have, I think, brought up. And I'm happy to say that I think I like it. And so we're getting places with it. There's still some progress to be made, but I'm very happy. So with that, I'm going to end the stream. Her colors in a headshot might be redrawn, but I think that's okay. Alright. And with that, have a good day, everyone.